Hello, everyone. Oh, this table is so low. Hold on, hold on. I am bringing you up. Instagram. What? Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's Adam Ratliff with Adam So Fun. Um, I like caught my finger on something. I was stitching and I was listening to my book and thought, well, maybe I should not listen to my book and I should, uh, like what's the word I'm looking for? Stitch out and show you what I'm doing. I'm working on this, and I've already made one. I'm actually making two. So one of them I'm doing with wool batting, and I'm going to do some custom quilting in it until I change it. The other one I already quilted, is done with. Let me think. Use my words. It is done with 2 layers of 80/20. So I figured I would post up my phone and let you join me in the process. I am using this ruler. This is the Good Measure multi-tool. This ruler, this is what this pattern's made with. So like if you look at the pattern and the instructions, if you want to make a whole cloth, it shows you how to line up all your stuff. Um, there are 5 of those Amanda Murphy patterns. I like them. I like them. Let's see if I can get this all set up. I guess I need to join. And then, yeah, here's the thing. I'm not going to be able to see a lot of the comments because I'm going to be quilting. So I'll kind of check back and see what's going on. Did I copied that, but I didn't send it to myself. Adam. Do you ever text yourself? I text myself all the time. I send myself Instagram posts. Well, I guess I do that on Instagram, but I text myself links to things. I will. Why does that say? I will. I don't know what else I do. My mind just went blank. I've got to move over. I'm going to roll this command center over to where I'm at and make sure I'm not rolling over. Oh my God, I love this thing. So this has my keyboard and mouse and everything. You're going to be sitting like, there's my machine. Accept all cookies. Allow mic. Once I get in, sound's going to be weird. You'll let me know. I know. Allow. Camera. Back camera. Does it matter if I do it that way or this way? We're going to go back. It does matter. Sorry, I'm trying to get this set up because I don't do this a ton. And a enter. There shouldn't be an echo. There might be an echo. I can hear myself. That drives me nuts. Okay, let's see if I can turn this camera so you can see better. The problem is I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Will that work? Okay, let's see. I'm going to add this to stage. I'm going to make my head small. Oh, I think I can do this. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Solo layout. But I want this one. Can you hear me if I talk? Oh, I'd love to see a temperature quilt. Um, can you hear me? What if I mute this one? You can hear me. Yay! Okay, what if I mute this one and unmute that one? Can you hear me now? There's such a delay. So I'm muted over here, but I'm over here. But I need this one open so I can see everybody's things. Okay, yay, we're working. All right, so um, I'll drive you around. So I've drawn. I did a tension test. I'm so lazy. I don't test tension a lot anymore with the Bernina. It's horrible. Don't be an Adam so fun. This is what it's gonna look like. This is the one that's already quilted. Woo! And I'm like, I'm gonna quilt for like an hour and see if I can get this done. I'm doing this one a little bit different. So here I started at the top, just because that's normally where one would start. Oh, it's mirrored. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. No, I see it mirrored on my screen, but you don't see it mirrored. That's even weirder. Okay, I'm just not going to look at the screen at all. So I started up at the top, and I was trying to find a path because the instructions will say like, oh, make this block and then find the center and stuff. And I don't care if I overstitch, so I was trying to find a path. I actually really like this. This is done on that cherry wood. If you were live with me yesterday, um, so uh, so yeah, so I was trying to find a path. I finally found my rhythm when I got down here and to the sides, and I did this whole piece, and I was so proud of it. And then I realized I never push record. So I'm trying to think of where I want to start because I can start on this side and kind of work my way around. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to work my way around and then go up into the center and get everything essentially from this point. I think that's about as high as I can go. From this point down, and this point right here, I can see the lines. I don't know if you can see where I drew them, but there's a square. Also, my machine is not level. Because I can't get, so I, oh, you know what? Let's just start right here. I don't know what point that is, but I do know what circle it makes. Let's see, this is my wool batting side. So, oh, I hit the wrong button. Dang it. Don't be an Adam. I hit start instead of pull up. Did you see that? As soon as we start, I already messed up. Look, I was in a roll too. Let's see, I'm gonna drop my foot so I can see my laser light. My back was hurting, so I raised my machine up really high too. So the machine is very high to keep me almost standing up straight. Let's not pop all my bars off. There we go. And I took off my side clamp so I can use this. So this is basically, it's going to do a 4-inch circle on this side. I have a 1-inch interior circle, a 6-inch circle if I use the outer, and then I have my lines. And on these, she doesn't do lines every quarter. So I have the 1/4 inch, which is here, side of the foot, 1/2 inch, no 3/4 inch line, but then the next dash line is 1 inch. So we're going to start off with my bumps. And I'm gonna line my lines up, and can you see? Let me see if I'm gonna tilt you down a little bit. Only so you can kind of see where things are lining up. Because I have that side line. I'm gonna stitch the side line in later. I am using wool batting, like I said. So it's gonna make a nice puff, but we'll see if I break a needle. Because I feel like I need to put a thicker needle in because I just have a 90, and I feel like I should probably put in a jeans 90, but we'll see. And because I've already made one of these, I can't put the next piece in because I need this detail here. So I'm not going to continue to do this because that's not where it goes. So we're just going to stitch down the side line, and I'm going to try to put this back. I am working really close to the edges of my quilts. So you'll see me take side clamps off when I have to. You know, if I just didn't go live, I'd be almost done. And I'll try to keep my hands out of the way. If you have questions along the way, you can ask. I'll try to keep an eye out for them, but I'm not promising anything. So I need to do this piece, which is going to be 2 arcs. We're using, let's see, there's my arc line. And I found that my drawn lines are not very good. But you know what? It is what it is. And so here's where I have my thing. Do I go in and do the center block now, or do I come back? I'll come back. We'll get this outside border done. We'll do it when we come in on the other side. Is this going to be in the way? And I'm using my wonderful Sew Tight side leaders. If you were in the live yesterday, the discount from affiliate codes at Sew Tights is going down to 10% starting October 12th. So if you've been holding out for some Sew Tights, now's the time to get them. Unhold out. I would like my machine is loaded with them as well. Let's see, I need a half. We're gonna bump across this. I love them. So there's two sections of these bump arounds. There is this one, which I'm gonna do 3 of. And then there's the other one that kind of nests into everything. So I can stitch back to here. And I can put these ones in. You know, once you make one of these, they kind of go fast because you know what you're thinking and doing. So when I was over here and I couldn't put this in, I needed this side detail. So watch what I can do. I'm gonna, there we line my lines up, bump into my design, and then I can use the ruler to help get me to the other side. And I'm just kind of eyeballing where it needs to go, and then I can use my line with my 1/4 inch. So I'm eyeballing this 1/4 inch on this side. You can't see that because it's behind the foot. Let's see. And if I need to come one more stitch, that's fine. Yeah. And if I didn't get it perfect, I don't know why I just did that, but whatever. I didn't get it perfect, and guess who's not going to sweat the small stuff? That would be me. There we go. And I need to get back to the bottom. So we'll use the ruler, get into my side, and we'll go across the bottom. And then now as I do that bottom stitch, this is already looking so puffy. I love it. So I do have a Quilter's Dream wool. The other one was stitched in So Fine. Now I have to look to make sure that it was So Fine. Uh-oh, I was talking, I went right off the ruler. This ruler does not have stoppers. Mickey loves the stoppers. Um, yes, I did the other one in So Fine. So this is oh my gosh, what kind of fabric is this? Somebody knows. It is cherry wood hand dyed. So this is the teal color. This 471 in, oh, you can't see that. Can you see that? Oh, there we go. 471 in So Fine works perfect. So that was what this other one is. Can you see that? Over here. This one I'm using Magnifico 2142 because I wanted them to be like, really, they're going to be totally different. One has puffy batting, one's going to be extra custom quilted. So I'm going to add some extra quilting to this. I think I'm going to add some other colors to this. I have this 30 weight uh, thread that I might add to it too. So there we go. And now um, I can kind of connect these lines. So there's this inner square that I'm creating because the pattern told me to. I'm on my tippy toes because I raised my machine up. When you're quilting, make sure you're comfortable. I mean, as I'm on my tippy toes, like not following my own directions. But really, you need to be comfortable. It'll keep you working right. There I go. So I went around and now I'm going to, is it this one? I think we do this one. I should look at directions, but I didn't. Why doesn't that fit? Did I use the wrong one? Hold on. One moment, please. I'm making it up. My problem is I mark things wrong and then they don't fit. So I did that. We skipping that. I'm going to do that last. So what Amanda does is she uses this centerpiece on this line. And then once you do this one, you can kind of fudge these outside ones. Well, I didn't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of fudge that center one because they're all circles. Nobody's going to know. Well, you're all going to know because I just told you what I did. But um, this one's a little bit bigger, but it's not super noticeable. And it kept me from having to break thread. I really dislike breaking thread. Don't ask me why. But also, if I can't draw a line, it's like if whose quilting's really straight, right? We'll come down this way. Ow. Well, I wasn't paying attention there. I needed to make a little adjustment. We'll make it here. I looked back at the screen instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing. But you're gonna see, like, you're gonna say, "Oh my gosh, it doesn't even matter if those lines aren't straight. You made it look great." Now, if I was thinking about it, I need to put these parts in too, and I should have done that already. So I had minimal overstitching. Not that I care if I've overstitching. Is that reach? What if I did like some cool like pedally thing? Should I change it? I don't know what it'd look like. But if I started here in this corner and I swooped around and then it went to a point and then came back, that might look cool. Maybe I'll make another one. So I need to come here and that's gonna go there. And so I need to be about there. So I was just kind of eyeballing since I'm gonna work my way back and overstitch. Now I don't mind overstitching, whatever. Nobody's gonna see that. It's a little more noticeable when you use a tri-level poly thread like this beautiful Magnifico number 2142. Here's my echo. If you can see my white knuckles, ignored them. I am a white knuckle quilter, but you should not do that. That will lead to aches and pains in your body. So this is where it's going to look wrong. It's going to look weird because this inner one is not centered how it should be. That looks, oh, I was like, that looks far over, but it's because it's not centered like it should be. So we'll just pivot that out a little bit. We all know, but nobody else will. You know what? I'll fill in that area. I'll fill it in with custom quilting. No one will be the wiser. Let's see. Maybe go over just a tad more. You saw me kind of finger walk the ruler right then. I didn't move the ruler, but I was moving my hand while I was stitching the ruler. If you're new to rulers, don't try that. Get used to it. You're always allowed. You also see me stop the machine every time I move the ruler. Um, get used to rulers before you start trying to be ruler person the magnificent. Because I can stop the machine. Sorry, my hand was totally in the way, and move my hand and then continue. There's nothing that says I'm not allowed to do that. So now I've done the whole inner part, except for this piece, but this I have to break thread. So that's why I was like, ooh, how can I do this without breaking thread? And things are only going to be as straight as the lines that I drew. And I know I have a problem with that. I'm also using a 72 foot, um, which is the adjustable foot for the Bernina. So like right now it's all the way down. I can spin this and raise that foot up. So you can see it raising because I can get my finger under it now. You want to make sure that if you are using the 72 foot, that's probably a little too tight. If you're using the 72 foot, make sure that your foot is down all the way. If you're using a puffy batting like this is, I don't know if you can tell how much puffier it is than the stuff on the next to it. If you're using a puffy batting, you can raise it up some. You'll just want to stitch and make sure you're still getting a nice, pretty Bernina stitch. That's not the one I wanted to do. I'm glad I looked one second time. Um, let's see. Okay. Because if your foot's up too high, you won't get that beautiful stitch. And I did mark these centers. So if I did that, oh, I don't want to eyeball a center, should I? Yeah, let's just eyeball it. This is how I quilt, you guys. Life's too short. Enjoy the process. So that would be this one. There's a line, there's a line, there's the center. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna eyeball that quarter. Oh, you can't see that. So basically, I am is the sound quiet or I'm quiet? Or the machine quiet? All of the above. So I'm basically eyeballing. I have a dot over here. So that's what I'm eyeballing here. And then I can eyeball the center mark. I'm going to try to get my hand out of the way and hey yo, sometimes things work out right. Can I get one more? Yes. I had to look because of my throat space and the size of this and where it currently is. I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room on the bottom. I'm going to stitch down to there because this one will be these. I need to come down a little bit more. This is the time I would stop with my hand, continue. That didn't look like it would work. And I do love the look of the tri-level poly threads when they're stitched out. Now let me stitch back up and finish the side. Tip, when you're using a ruler, if you stitch, like I stitched up here and I didn't move my hand, I didn't do anything, I just stitched straight back, you'll get a perfect overstitch every time because the ruler hasn't moved. Now I call myself a slider. So you'll see me sliding the ruler around quite often. I like to slide my rulers. I don't like I like these good measure rulers from Amanda Murphy because they have a non-stick, like a grip, but it's not sticky. It's a I don't even know how to explain it. There's just a texture back here that holds, but I can still move it. So it's not like sticking in place, if that makes sense. Now that I have everything marked or stitched, let's see. The one thing, like when you're using wool batting, is sometimes you almost it's hard to see those stitches anymore. Going straight up, and now I'm gonna add some piano keys to this. We're basically piano keying every inch. You can see that this isn't hard. It's gonna have a really nice look. Like, I mean, I think it looks great when it's finished, but it's not a hard project. So if you are like a ruler person or you'd like to be better at rulers, these ones are really good. I mean, I don't know if I'd start at 5. I might start at number 1. But 1 does straight lines. I think 2 is circles. 3 is ovals. 4 is I don't know. Maybe all 3 of them. It combines some rulers, I think. And really, usually if I'm at this edge, I just go off the block and just stitch across. But I'm trying to make this one not be as messy looking on the outside as the other one was. But it's going to be under the binding. Wink, wink. The machine. You're like, obviously the machine is the thing that's quiet. You haven't stopped talking. Chris, are you out in the desert this weekend? The weather's kind of beautiful right now. Can you say that when it's only 94 today? Yes, you can. When you're used to 114. Uh, I I don't know if you can tell, but I love this. Um, there's something about oops. Did you hear that? Oops. Totally missed it. I don't care. It's a quilt. There's something just like so soothing about ruler work. I do always tell people when I teach ruler classes that like when you're ruler working, this is the time you shouldn't go live. That's what I'm gonna start saying. And then I'll show them that mistake and say it's because I was live. Uh, okay, where do I need to go next? We'll go back this way. Um, I would say you to pay attention to what you're doing when you're doing rulers. But it's just very calming because it's just you and a ruler and the world. I can't believe I messed that one up so much. Let's see. Now I'm starting to sweat. Now I need a different ruler. I know I marked this, but I don't know where I marked it. Oh, that's about it. Perfect. So now I'm going my half circles. And sometimes I just shift that ruler. Like I just moved it down a stitch length and bam, perfect, perfect. It's when those things happen that I'm like, yay, I am good. Ben, I am a good quilter. Now I can't get any more, but I can do this side edge. Not that I can't come back and do it after I advance up. It sounds like there's a party going on next door. All right, I'm gonna do my tie off because I need to advance. That's where my binding's gonna be. And I'm not level. Not too shabby for not too long. I was only gonna give myself an hour, but I'm gonna finish this. This is going good. One moment, please. Here, I'll do something so you don't. Let's see. Show me. Two-person view. Hi. Um, so you're not just sticking at, we leave on Saturday. It's been great. Oh gosh, the humidity's been horrible. Um, just so you're not like looking at a blue thing. I have to advance this. So tight side leaders. Everybody needs them. I'm gonna move my speaker because I don't think I want to fry that. And which direction am I coming? This is good. I need to come about here. Actually, if I need to stitch right there, because my machine's not level, I put my needle in it because it's just going to come forward either anyway. Oh, I guess I don't need to. I can just bring it forward. But I would say if you're ever moving your machine and you need to know where you need to move to, you can put your needle in it. I don't always like to do that, but I'm just moving it a tiny bit. So let's see. I need this one undone, and that bar is going to fall. Did I go too far? No. I think that was perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, I just learned if your sew type magnets are in a certain place, you'll hit them. So which way do I want to go? The other direction. Good to learn. Good to learn now and not on a fancy quilt. Okay, now let me put my side clamps back on. This will only let me finish the two sides. Unfortunately, I couldn't. Where I needed to go, I thought I was going to have to do 3 passes because I know there's going to be a line right here. Um, and because of that, my top is too close and I'm not going to be able to get the ruler back there. But I can get my sides, at least the lines down here done, and then I'll just move it up where it's like halfway in there. It's nothing to worry about. I'll go back to this. Uh-oh. No, I don't want that. I want solo view. There we go. All right, so let's see, where am I gonna start? I know that we'll just start on this side. And I know that I'm essentially gonna take this line. This is gonna be my first one, and I'm gonna echo it down. So I'm just gonna start right there. And I always drop the needle. And when I do that tie off, I'm just gonna move my machine a little bit. And since I'm starting in the middle of somewhere, I like to do it twice. Personal preference, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna come and say, well, unless you put it in a show, nobody's gonna come and say, you didn't tie off enough. And no, I don't bury threads because I don't. I'm gonna go a little bit more. I was gonna get a straight line ruler because if this were really me, I would have this and just like a circle and a straight line, and I would be doing all of this with 2 rulers instead of having to use this and then turn it and use the back. But the whole point of this is to, do it with this ruler. And I'm like, I want to do it like the directions say. But I also have all the rulers. So like this is just a good ruler to start with because it has so many pieces to it. Let's see. And I can see my fabric shifting because I took that clamp off, but 'tis life. And this one I'm going to stitch to that and back. And again, if you don't move your ruler, you get a perfect over stitch. I can come down here and it should be about there as the inch. And then I'm going to tie off and move to the other side, not forgetting to put my clamp back on. And I can do the same thing. What if we go backwards? So yeah, so sometimes I do tie off. I really don't like to though. I don't know. I have a mental block. If you can't read the ruler or its sticky part is up, then it's not accurate. What thread are you using? I'm using Magnifico. Magnifico thread. 32, 3142. You know, the funny thing is, I don't know if I stitch with a lot of teal, but the teal colors like are the fabric, are the threads that I go through the most. Like the Omni version of this color was the cone that I always ran out of. And I'm like, I don't even think I make things. You know what's funny is I thought I was going to get so much done today that I brought a bunch of projects to the studio with me. So when Qmatic was running on my edge to edge quilts, that I'd be able to cut and piece. But I've been doing this the whole time. I also left the house way later than I wanted. So I'm going to do my tie off and I'm not going to move my ruler so I can get a tie off right on that line. So that was doing those lines. You know, while I'm here, I might as well do the center. And then I don't have to move it two more times. Oh my gosh, I need to fix the whatever it's called, the leveling of this. Right. So in this one, we're going to do some arcs and we're going to do some circles. I think last time I did the circles first. So let's do the arcs first. I always do my first stitch and then I'm going to take that off. I did do my tie offs. I haven't had lunch yet and I know I'm going to get hangry. Which is why I told myself you have an hour. And then in my crazy brain, I'm like, oh, let's go live. I guess if you're watching this, the one thing I want you to get out of it is I do turn the machine off when I'm moving the ruler. You should always turn the machine off when you're moving the ruler. The other thing, I am stitching in BSR1, so the needle will continue to cycle. So I'm going to stitch to this point and then I'm going to stop and watch the needle's going to continue to move. So see how it continues to move, even though I wasn't moving, I end up hitting stop. I just prefer BSR1, but BSR2, the needle will stop. So if you're ever like, I never remember which one won and which one's two. BSR1, the needle's on the run. The needle will continue to cycle even when you stop. And in BSR2, the needle waits for you. So if I were to stop, the needle stops too. What I find people do is they will do okay, so here's my question. I'm totally going off in a tangent. So what I find people will do is they'll be in BSR2 and they won't hit stop and the machine's still on. So then they end up doing some weird stitching and stuff. Um, Look at this thread. So this is a Wonderfeel. What is this? This is their 40 weight um, satin polyester. So it's still almost a tri-level poly. It's not really. I thought it was thicker though. It says 40 weight. I wanted like a 30 weight. I wonder if I have a 30 weight at home. I think what I want to do, because in this one, we're gonna do some circles in the center. But I think I might leave the arcs how they are. I'm gonna change this up. I think I might do circles. If I do a circle there, it's gonna put it on the outside. I'm not gonna do a circle there. So I'm gonna do arcs. I'm not gonna do the circles because I'm gonna come back with a thicker thread and I'm gonna do the circles. Do you think, okay, so question, do I do the circles in blue and then come back and do 4 other circles and then a smaller arc in thicker thread? Or do I not do the circles and just do the circles in a thicker thread and no arcs? I don't know what to do. This is when I get excited. Oh, do I have any? Ooh. I don't have a lot of thread here, but I thought I had a spool of So Sassy. Ooh, I don't. Who's this? That's not that. There's nothing here, and I still can't find anything. Do you miss the laser light? I have a laser light on this. It's just hard for you to see. Um, uh, how do you draw yours out before you quilt, or do you just organically happen? Heather, I'm using this pattern, and so I drew it all with a Clover blue pen, or I have 2 of them. What's the other one? Or this one, because these are the 2 blue pens. But they're both water erased, so I'll just get the stuff wet. I think this is thick enough. But I have a red too. Oh, I think I like the red better. Neither of these are going to do it justice. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the circles out for now. See, I was thinking to do it, not the circles, but maybe use a green. If I puddle enough green, it'll make a 30 weight thread. Hold on. Something like this. Oh, I kind of like that. Oh, I can just do 2 threads to the same needle. What if I did it with twin needles? Oh my gosh. Don't get me started. Um, yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna pause this for now, which means I need to bring up my bobbin. I've already trimmed my thread more times on this side than I don't think I only broke my thread once on the other side when I did the first one. Chunky. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put my needle down because I don't want my machine to run around. Unclamp. Throw all my stuff over there. Oh my gosh. We're almost done. Oh, I'll keep doing that. All right, so needle up. So now I'm going to look at my project and see where I want to start, where I can do the most stuff. If I start and I make these, I can add that and then come back in and finish up this side and then do all the top and end on the right. Done. So we're going to start. Oh, this is the 72S. There's a slit in the foot, which is what you just saw me thread through. Uh-huh. This is the hard part because I'm going off of the top. Yeah, I just did not draw something right. Because this corner's way off, and that's okay. Because nobody is going to tell on me. Let's see. This one's going to go here. There's my line. I forgot I was using the ruler for that. This one's going here. Come up to that and come back. No, you're going to get my hand. This little part of this foot is what makes this one hard to use. Because I usually put my hands really close to the sides of the ruler. Oh, Heather says it's a project bag. I love it. All right, let's see. Now this is my one that's wonky, so we're gonna just use the edge of the ruler. You'll see I kind of move the ruler around to manipulate. I went too far. Ah. Bum, bum, bum. You know, the more I use this ruler, the more I really like it. Ignore my free hand. And now I got to make some dots on the top because I didn't do that yet. 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2. And I'm making the dots per the instructions. Kind of. I added more. Speed round, go. I hope if you're watching, the one thing you realize is that you don't have to finish the whole design without stopping. Because you will see me switch hands like that and stop the machine all the time. Where's my line? Sometimes I lose the line because of the lights. So we talked about the don't move the ruler. So I'm going to line my ruler up. I'm going to stitch to here. I'm not going to move the ruler, especially on this arc. I don't want anything to move. So we're going to stitch in, not move the ruler, stitch back, and that perfect over stitch every time because the ruler has not shifted or moved. Stop and move. Stop and move. Arc in. Come around. So if I look at this, I can see that I'm not going to hit that corner. So I'm going to stitch to the center. And I'm going to shift my ruler over just a little bit. 1/8 of an inch or so. And now I'm going to hit the corner. And nobody's going to be the wiser that this is a different size. I'm going to remember that I just did that. But if you stitch to the center and then you shift your ruler according to where you need to be, nobody's ever going to know until you show off the quilt and you're showing your friends and your friends are telling you, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, you're the best quilter ever. And then you say, oh yeah, but let me show you where I shifted the ruler. This one's bigger than all the other ones because you're a quilter and you like to point out when you make a mistake. To me, that's not even a mistake. You are fixing a problem by finding a solution. And now I get to see my 1 inch. Now I went a little too far. I'm just going to stitch back to my ruler. If all my lines were drawn perfect, everything would, all these seams and intersections would line up because that's the way that Amanda has designed this. But if only some of them line up, then it doesn't make it so obvious when all of them are, when some of them are just way off. And that's okay because it's just a quilt or it's just a project bag. Oh, I can't see my lines. Oh, I was looking at, I couldn't see the lines because I was at the wrong lines. I can tell I'm white knuckle quilting because my hand is getting tired. Where do I need to stitch to? I need to be right there. Perfect. I will tell you, when I switched threads, which one's a 50 weight and one's a 40 weight, so it's not unbelievable, but when I switched threads from So Fine to Magnifico, I did not change the bobbin. So I'm actually using bottom line in the bobbin. But I also did not have to touch my tension. It all auto adjusted for me. Which is why I started off saying I'm a lazy quilter, because I stopped doing that. It is not a good habit. But alas, 'tis what it is. Now did I? Oh, I didn't go down too far. Oh my gosh, I'm almost done. If you see this, I put these 2 inches apart or 4 inches apart because it's just, I bought a yard. And when I loaded it, I'm like, wait, I put it too far to the side. So I just sewed up the center. And so I'll undo this so I have extra fabric later. But that's why there's the little weird thing, because these are not good. They're two different pieces. I'm looking at this going, something doesn't look right. It's because I need to add one more archy or semicircle. And come down. If I start here, I can arc to there. I keep forgetting to blink. And if I'm close to an edge, usually I will travel back out to the edge and then trim my threads. The exciting thing is I get to plan how I'm going to go in and more custom quilt this. Because I'm going to do some fills. Oh my gosh, let me take my camera off. Oh, my hand's stuck. Okay, so can we still see this? All right, so I will show you both now that they are done. Hold on. If you see anything that's messy, just it's me. Just that's how it is. Okay, so this is the So Fine version with 2 layers of 80/20. So it's 2 layers of 80/20 batting. I can take these off now. Sorry. Um, so I think it still turned out really nice. The cherry wood just makes it really pop. Um, Let me turn a light off. Sorry, you're gonna look at the ceiling for a second. I ended up turning the machine off too, and it was faster than turning the lights. Okay, so this one is the 80/20 version. It looks great. It does have 2 layers of batting, but it's 2 layers of 80/20. And done with so fine thread. So you'll see that the thread just kind of matches. No extra sparkle and pizzazz, but I think it looks nice. These are the circles I was talking about that I'll come in with another color. If you see it from the side, beautiful. Now, look at that one from the side, though. See how much puffier it is? And it's not huge. I can see it much better here. Like, but even side by side, oops, I have to see. This one is getting more light, but this does have definitely a more puff to it. Like, you can see the definition in all these pieces much better than the pieces here. Even there, like, look how much puffier that is. So this is a layer of wool. It's just one layer. It's Quilter's Dream. Both of them are Quilter's Dream. Um, like even here, like this whole section is very puffy compared to everything else because of how it's quilted. And then this is done in the Magnifico. So there's a little bit of shine to the threads when the light hits it, right? Um, but just a different look. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to custom quilt and fill things. What are those things going to be? I don't know yet. I'm thinking I want to do all of these kind of outside pieces to get this point. But if I do that, I have to do these too. And I don't want to do all those. I thought maybe, what if I made a checkerboard out of these? That would be cool. Just a straight, maybe an inch. If I made a checkerboard, if I made an inch grid, that I might be onto something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to go play in Procreate tonight with all the other time. I might not even do anything. This just looks good. I do want to add some thick stitches though, but I could come in with like a smaller arc in here with the thicker stitches and smaller arc here and here, and then even a smaller circle set. Or like the regular circle, like do the regular circle here, but then a smaller circle in the things. Ooh, what if the smaller circle engulf these? I don't know. Who knows? I'll play. I'm going to turn this one off, and I'll see you on the other one. I'll know how to do that. Lee. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Yeah, so that's it. Don't do too much to flatten the wool down. Yeah, but that's my point. I want to flatten the wool down in certain places to make the other places pop. Um, all right, well, that was me stitching. I said I was going to stitch for an hour, and now it's been an hour and a half. An hour and 15 minutes. For those of you who joined me, thanks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. I'm always happy to help. I was supposed to be teaching today. Instead, I'm quilting, and that's really nice. If you came in late, I was stitching out this. This is the Amanda Murphy wholecloth quilting ideas block 5 using her good measures multi-tool. Whoa. Yeah, so get out there, do something. Now it's your turn to go quilt something. It'll be fun. All right, I'm off. I might see you tomorrow. I'm in the studio the next few days. So until the next one, we'll see you. Bye, guys. It's just quilting. Go have fun.